participating teams. For the visiting Lions,
I might
Oh, hello.
junior
Hey,
Hey.
goalkeeper
we can hear
number
ourselves.
1, Emily Cizak.
Can you hear us in the control booth?
Hello, hello.
A junior
Bradley, check in.
midfielder
He's
number
probably not
2,
wearing his headphones.
Kaylee Ellenens.
Yeah,
Hello.
oh,
Hello.
hello, Bradley.
Hello.
Hey, you're a little
Hi,
quiet,
Bradley.
but
A
Okay,
junior
it's at max.
forward number 3,
can you turn
Gemma
yourself up a bit?
Smith.
It's at max.
It's at max. Okay, it's fine.
All right.
Oh, okay.
A
No, it's maybe
sophomore
our levels.
forward number
You guys ready?
4,
Yeah, we're good.
Caitlin DeCoster.
Just
Wait,
count
give
us
us a
down.
countdown, yeah.
Will do.
Oh, okay. We're gonna. You want to start after the national anthem? It's kind of awkward if we don't start after the national anthem.
Yeah, let's wait to stream until after the national anthem ends.
6, Adia Newcomb.
Because if you say something, you say those.
Yeah.
Quiet.
A sophomore defender number 7, Haley Bassart. Junior midfielder number 8, Brielle Molendijk. A senior forward number 9, Maddie Nolte. A junior midfielder number 10, Elsie Saldivar. A junior midfielder number 11, Madison Canales. A senior goalkeeper number 12, Kite Kaylee Hershey. Senior defender number 13, Ruby Vanderhoek. Sophomore defender number 14, Sam Villers. Sophomore midfielder number 15, Emmy Crunchy. A senior defender number 16, Fiona Crunchy. Freshman defender number 17, Adriana McClendon. Junior forward number 19, Mercy Berkemeyer. Freshman forward number 21, Assis Butar. And a senior midfielder number 22, Hannah McSwain. The Lions are led by head coach Carlos Melendez and assisted by Phil Stevenson and Melissa Crabtree. And for your Seahawks, a freshman goalkeeper, number 1, Claire Schnabel. A senior midfielder, number 2, Ellison Kephart. A junior defender, number 3, Carolina Schwetz. A senior forward, number 4, Abby Hilton. A sophomore defender, number 5, Allison Cutter. A junior midfielder, number 6, Lily Carter. A sophomore midfielder, number 7, Tessa Balding. A sophomore midfielder, number 8, Alyssa Digweed. A freshman forward, number 9, Cameron Kerr. A freshman forward, number 10, Emma Foley. A junior defender, number 11, Phi Pungpo. A senior midfielder, number 12, Cassandra Jensen. A freshman midfielder, number 13, Aaron Kennedy. A junior defender, number 14, Cadence Lamphere. A junior midfielder, number 16, Megan McKenna. A senior midfielder, number 17, Ellie Chambers. A junior midfielder, number 18, Jenna Oliver. A junior forward, number 20, Abby Schnabel. And a sophomore defender, number 21, Samantha Disminowitz. The Seahawks are led by head coach Gretchen Hansen and assisted by Samantha Schwetz and Brian Nelson. Athletic trainer is Haley Stout. Please stand if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
You guys are a go?
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's play Seahawks
Let's do it.
soccer.
Hey, can I hear myself? Hey, I can. Sweet. Let me just turn myself up a bit.
All right, wait for the
You guys are
countdown.
live.
Hey, I can hear you too. Sweet. You fixed
Good.
it. Nice job.
You guys are live.
All right. Welcome back to Anacortes High School here on a dark and stormy night
Yeah, no
here
kidding.
for Seahawks football, or soccer rather. Football in Europe, soccer in America. I'm Otto Sortune. I'm joined tonight by AHS broadcast crew's very own Mason Bakke.
Thank you
Mason,
for having
welcome
me.
in.
Yeah.
Exciting night for soccer. Anacortes up against a really tough opponent in Lynden. Only one loss in the league. This was on Tuesday to Burlington Edison, breaking their undefeated streak. The Hawks coming in off of a disappointing 3-0 loss to Lakewood here on Tuesday. Mason, what do you think the Hawks need to do in this kind of crazy weather to get a victory here tonight?
Yeah, the weather, especially on this turf, is going to be really difficult. There's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding, especially down the lines, runs into the corner. So I think they need to be really strong defensively, especially on those edges. And I'm looking for a lot of counterattacks out of the Hawks. With Lynden being such a good team, they need to hold strong on the defense and then quickly move the ball forward and catch them off guard. And I think that's really the key to victory here.
Definitely would agree with that. Seahawks are playing a defensive team first this year. Definitely have not scored a profusion of goals. They've
Yeah.
been more of a defensive. Their good results have come in kind of 1-0 wins, 1-1 draws against some good teams like Meridian this year. And a 2-1 victory at Cedar Woolley has kind of stood out this year, but they're still looking for that really big win against kind of a bigger team this year. Definitely Seahawks coming in tonight. The big noticeable absence that if you've watched some of our broadcasts earlier in the year, you'll notice the absence of, sorry, one sec.
You'll find it.
Oh my gosh. Ellie Kephart.
Yes.
I'm sorry. One of the two Ellies on the team. Ellie Kephart, the senior, with a really, really heartbreaking ACL tear, kind of her second in the last 2 years. So if you notice the starting lineup, she is on the bench tonight cheering on her teammates. Big loss for the Hawks.
Yeah, really frustrating, especially for a senior missing out on these last few games. But hopefully they can push through. I would especially like to see the midfield step up in her absence and really support that defense and move forward into the attack. I think that's definitely going to be key here. I would definitely say that the Hawks are a very defensive team. Hopefully they can get the ball rolling early and get that early confidence to really move the ball around onto the attacking side. So we're just getting started here, and the Hawks have the kickoff.
And you mentioned the midfield. Looks like it's going to be Lily Carter in the middle of that Seahawks midfield with number 7, Tessa Balding, and Jenna Oliver. Here come the Lynden Lions with their first attack. Linden's going to shoot, and good save. Good early catch there by Claire Schnabel. And that's going to be good key for her, the freshman goalkeeper, to get that confident first touch.
Yeah, for sure.
Linden's going to come out all guns blazing here. As I said, 2-1 loss to Burlington. That was their first. A big, when a powerful team loses a game, they're going to come back all guns blazing. But Hawks look to be up to the task here early. Sammy Disminowitz can't quite keep that ball in.
A good stop on that line, though. Like I was saying earlier before the start of the game, those real edge defense plays are going to be key here, especially on this slick weather. It's going to be a lot of quick runs down that side that need to be stopped immediately, or else things are going to get hairy for the Hawks.
You saw in that last play, Sammy Disminowitz, the central defender, getting out onto the wing. They're going to rely on her a lot tonight for her solidity. Play out there by Tessa Balding.
Good ball control on the Hawks side, but
referee whistles the play there. It's going to be a free kick. Looks like it's going to be Disminowitz.
I'm curious to see how the Hawks play this attack, if they're going to go more on the outer side or just power through the center. We'll see as the game goes on, but
and it's something that we've been talking about in the last 3 broadcasts or so with the Hawks. They're really struggling to find an offensive identity this year. Defensively, very strong with how they play, and their lineup's very similar every game. They have good cohesion, but still looking to have a collective identity going forward. We'll see if they can get that going against a really strong Lynden team. Sometimes it's just that. Sometimes you gotta play a really strong team to get that kind of fire going.
yeah, for sure. Playing a strong team, it really helps you step up your game, and you can learn from them a lot. And I think the Hawks, they really need to find just kind of someone to play around in the midfield or on the central defensive side.
Big throw there. Ball's in the middle of the box.
Oh.
And ricochets off the post and off of Schnabel there. Good save, good awareness on her near post, but she was
very, very good defense.
Just barely quick enough to stay with it. Lynden threatening here early.
They're going to send it right back in for another chance, but good head away. Ooh.
Here comes number 3, Jenna Smith for the Lions, being held off by Disminowitz, clear by Ellie Chambers.
Very nice defense.
And early, it looks like the Hawks defensively can match up with this Lynden team. It's just going to be a matter of taking some of the pressure off with some attack. They can't defend the whole game.
Yeah, it is just going to be a battle of time. They can hold them off, but for how long? Hopefully they can get an early goal in to really solidify themselves in this game, but we'll see.
Ball played up there by Haley Bessart for the Lions. Assis Boutar trying to chase that one. Beaten to it by Cadence Lamfier. Good play there. I see Erin Kennedy up on that left wing. It's a new position for her.
Good pass towards the center.
Oliver will try
and
and
release. Good switch on the field, but just a little bit too far, and the ball's going to go out for the Lynden side.
It'd be really key if the Hawks could get Megan McKenna going down this right side to take some pressure off. Lynden has been going down that left channel there, the right side of the Seahawks defense. And tonight, who are you looking to have a step-up performance tonight, Mason?
I don't know. I think definitely Megan McKenna in the midfield, like you said, running down those lines. And I think she just needs to be a conduit for the defense on the passing. Once that defense makes the stop, she needs to be there to really collect the ball and move it smoothly into the attacking side. And hopefully she can do that to really take pressure off the defense and hopefully get some goals out of it.
And here's a good ball out wide. Great run by Erin Kennedy. She's going to try and find a good 1-2 there. Cameron Kerr playing post up forward. Kennedy tries to cross. She'll get a second chance. And she's muscled off the ball. Chance for Kerr here to get on the ball. Jenna Oliver will go wide to Kennedy. Not quite enough. Assis Boutar will go down the line. Lynden trying to play quick. Good little combination out of the back there. And here's Adia Newcomb. Good play by Lily Carter. Too much power and strength there for the Lynden attacker, but Lynden will win a throw-in deep in Seahawks territory.
This is very dangerous. A throw-in in this area is basically like a cross.
We saw number, I think it's going to be 23. We don't have a 23 on the roster for Lynden, so I'm guessing it might be Hannah McSwain.
We shall see.
On that far side. She has already shown off a big throw on her first. So this will
everyone just packs into the box and hopes for the best on this play.
Great header away there.
Very good clear.
Cadence Lamphere with a professional header away. And the Seahawks will win possession back. And that's the kind of play the Seahawks are going to have to keep doing against this tough team. You got to stay solid on defense. Kennedy tries to maintain possession, loses out. Lynden will try and go central and skips on that wet turf. It's going to be a Seahawks throw.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the defensive side from the Hawks so far. Great play in the center, especially with like air balls clearing it on the heading side and taking control of possession early. But I'm worried with this continuous pressure on the defending third for the Hawks without kind of midfield support or just kind of even a breather for just the attackers to pick up some slack. I'm worried this defense is going to slowly collapse. But for now, the Hawks stand strong, especially on these edge defenses.
You see good positioning by Ellie Chambers on the near side, forcing that throw in. Seahawks just kind of out positioning Lynden off the field there. Balding will try and flick on. And again, big header there by Madison Canales. She's a strong presence. You can already tell in that Lynden midfield, a little too physical on that particular play.
Oh, for sure. And I'm definitely liking the way the referee's calling this game so far. He's letting them play a little bit, especially we saw on that throw-in towards the back in the Hawks goal side. But he's calling when he sees more physical plays, and I think he has a good balance of letting them play and making sure the girls don't get hurt.
I have to say, this is a chance here. The ball's going to go through. Erin Kennedy's going to get the ball in the box. Ooh, and a sliding challenge there by McSwain. That's a really key play by the Lynden defender, and they'll look to counter here and to test the speed of the Seahawks defense. They are up to the challenge. Disminowitz with the clearance. And here's Boutar. Great little touch there by Balding, but Cameron Kerr is isolated up top there. She needs a little more help. Lynden will try and play possession on the ground here. Hasn't been super controlled from the league leaders so far. It's been a little chaotic playing into the Seahawks' hands here. Good ball, good crossfield ball by Balding. She'll send McKenna on her way. And positionally a good play for the Hawks as they'll force the throw deep for Lynden.
You see the FUPA boys hard at work, collecting the throw-in balls and handing them back.
It's
good for them to show up on this rainy day.
Thankless job on nights like this, but it is part of the job description. The FUPA cheer squad coming
support
in strong
no matter
again.
what.
Disminowitz,
great header.
Positioning, staying strong. Hawks playing a pretty high line here, just trying to push Lynden up into that midfield so they don't get close enough for a shot. McKenna comes back to the ball well.
Great physical play by Megan McKenna there.
Can't catch up to that one. Lynden throw, but again, encouraging signs there. Good physicality by Megan McKenna. Lynden will try and go central here, look for space in the middle. Canales will shoot long. It's knocked away. Didn't look like that ball was going quite on frame, but Claire Schnabel wasn't taking any chances. Good paw away.
Better safe than sorry.
Ball hung up in the wind there. You can see the corner flags whipping a little bit from the south to the north. And this rainstorm we've been getting the last couple of days, really pretty relentless. But Schnabel, the freshman, dealt with it well.
Lynden packing the top of the box here. I'm wondering if they're going to whip one in close and have their entire team run in. We'll see.
Good bet. It's like a design set play here. Lynden will try and go short. Left-footed ball into the box. Really dangerous. Back post. Wasn't quite central enough. Not a lot of danger in the end.
A little bit too high, but if that ball was just a little lower, that would have been an absolute beauty.
And it would be a
really great goal kick. Holy moly.
forces the Lynden defender to give up a flick there. And Emily Shazak will go forward. Balding will pick it up in the midfield. She's got a little space. Ooh, Balding knocked down after the shot. Ref will probably argue she got her advantage, and then just a little bit of extra push there from the Lynden. Ooh, ball's coming through. It's dangerous. Here's Jenna Smith. She's got a little bit of angle. Schnabel.
What a
down
save.
to her left. Great save.
That's the disadvantage of keeping such a high line. If you let a ball slip through like that, you get a huge hole and just a run straight to the goalkeeper and in the one-on-one. Fortunately for the Hawks, it wasn't the most powerful shot, and Claire Schnabel with a great save.
Here comes Lynden again here. Ball's going to come all the way through. Cameron Kerr will cede possession here to Sazak. Sorry, that's Kelly Hershey, number 12. Let me check the shirt there.
Seems like we're playing a little bit of ping pong here with goalkeepers just kicking it back and forth and back and forth.
And that will, all things considered, I think that will probably benefit the Hawks here. Keeping Lynden from utilizing some of their more skillful players, and they definitely do have them. Here's Canales. Balding beats her to the ball and puts it forward. Hawks not showing any fear as Cameron Kerr goes to that ball and wins a free kick. And Gretchen Hansen's got to be happy with both of those plays there. Balding and Kerr showing zero fear, and Disminowitz will have a chance to put one of those big, dangerous balls up into the box. And I got to say, this is probably going to be some of the Hawks' best chances from these balls here.
Oh, for sure.
About 5 players queuing up for it. Goes up.
Great kick in.
McKenna's going to come up with it here. Balding didn't really have an angle. She gets knocked off, but it's going to be a Seahawks throw. Ellie Chambers. Balding with a good control. Finds Carter. Lily Carter will go to Phi Pong Po here. Phi putting under too much pressure. And here comes Emma Cronti. She's free. Pong Po giving chase. Cronti shot off the bar and out. And that counts as a warning shot.
Yeah.
Have to say, Crunchy there. I think that's how you pronounce it. Some of those Dutch names are just a tongue twister.
An unfortunate steal there in the midfield.
Oof, that is about as dangerous as it gets. But again, Phi Pong Po getting beaten there initially, tries to recover, gets a little pressure on the forward. It ended up being enough. Pong Po again under pressure here. Does well, gets around her attacker, and maybe a.
It seems like with time in this game, the Hawks are becoming more and more physical as they kind of test out their Lynden opponents. It seems like they tend to give way or let their dribbling skills get the best of them. So good on the Hawks for kind of adapting to their opponents there and really just forcing them off the ball to win some possession back.
Lynden really starting to push on those Seahawk defenders now, trying to force a breach in that defensive wall. Kennedy with some great footwork finds Carter in the midfield. Switch of play there from McKenna. It's too bad nothing came of that. That's what the Seahawks have been missing all year there, that midfield connection, good calm play out of the back, just couldn't quite find McKenna on that wing. Chambers will head it centrally. Here's Phi Pong Po. And she'll find Kerr. Kerr's going to try to find some space here. The freshman with speed.
Good cutback.
Cameron Kerr and cover there by Adriana McClendon, number 17 for Lynden. Tessa Balding can't keep up with that. First sub in here, it's going to be Tessa Balding coming out. And it's kind of tough to see those Seahawk
Yeah,
numbers.
purple
The
on
purple on black
black.
is a really tough proposition for the
Oh.
us up here in the booth. We'll try and get that sub. Looks like it's number 4, Abby Hilton, in for the Hawks. She'll fill that center midfield role, center attacking midfield role. Ruby Vanderhoek there in the back, number 13. And Lynden spreading the field wide, looking for a little bit of width. And they run out of room on that slick surface.
Yeah, Lynden seems to be taking advantage of just kind of the edges on the Hawk side, just sending balls deep down and letting their really quick forwards just chase after them. And with Hawks playing such a high line with their center backs, if one ball slips through, especially on those outsides, I'm worried we're going to get one-on-one breakaways with the goalkeeper. So hopefully we don't have any major steals in the midfield where they can just kick it down into our defending side just like this. But luckily a good clear out by the Seahawks center backs.
There's a attempt to get the ball out to the wing. And I really have to give Coach Gretchen Hansen a lot of credit, a lot brave move pushing the Seahawks so high up the field on this with so much speed on the Lynden Lions team. But it's what they got to do to get goals, I think.
They have to be worried, especially with the ball in Linden's defending third. Offsides doesn't actually take effect until you get past that 50-yard line. So if the Seahawks push past that, a Lynden forward could just sit there and not be offsides.
Which is what looks like Kronti and Boutar are doing now for Lynden. They'll find pressure here. Ooh. And Schnabel with not quite the most convincing clearance, but Lamphere
chasing it down.
Trying to go forward here.
Wow, what a sliding stop there.
Kind of lost her footing, I think.
It was cool. I think both teams here getting a little heated. I'm seeing a lot more physicality on both sides. It might just be the slippery turf, but we're seeing a lot of falls, especially on this midfield.
Anacortes definitely fired up for this one. It's almost 20 minutes gone here. 0-0. It's going to be Ruby Vanderhoek. It's going to put this ball into the danger zone. About 50 yards out. Up it goes. Cameron Kerr goes up for it. Didn't get to it. Off a Seahawks player there. Looks like Jenna Smith is going to win a free corner kick here for the Hawks.
Lynden have shown a great ability to do set pieces. It's their long kicks are just really good.
Watch out here for forward, big forward here for Lynden on Claire
Lynden
Schnabel.
again packing the top of the box, so it looks like they're just going to go for a deep one and see if they can head one in. One of the Lynden players standing in front of the goalkeeper to try to block her view of the incoming ball to throw her off.
Incoming right
Good
to the top of the
in.
6. Just a little too much pace on it for the Lynden attackers. Kennedy clears. Vanderhoek again into the box. And good take by Schnabel. She's got good, clean hands tonight. She hasn't spilled anything yet. And Seahawks got some space to move out here. Hilton with some speed. Throw in here for the Lions. Haley Bassart here on this left side. Flick on. Good head in by Chambers. Hilton will go backwards. Tricky ball. Pung Po. Just going to put the ball out for a throw, taking no chances there.
Smart clearance. That was a very dangerous ball, and just kicking it outside is sometimes the only option you have.
Good battle on this near side. Chambers doesn't quite win the throw. Lynden will continue their attack. Bassart. Pungpo can't quite clear. She'll get another chance at it. Ball still bouncing around in the top of the Seahawks box.
Dangerous ball.
Good clear by Carter. Chambers will get a solid foot on it. Good battle. by Cam Kerr there.
Hawks with many opportunities to clear there, but unfortunately their midfield just not really being there to flow it into the attacking side. You saw lots of juggly balls happening in around there, and the defenders would kick them out, and then one of their midfielders would be there just to pick it right back up and send it back in. So I'd like to see the Anacortes midfield kind of step in and kind of mark man-to-man to see if they can win some of these balls. I hate to say it, but be even a little more physical.
And they're definitely putting in a good shift, some of these Seahawks midfielders. You see Aaron Kennedy again, ooh, just getting beaten to that one. Just had a good luck, or not luck, good skill,
Yes.
bringing the ball in onto her right foot, trying to find that diagonal ball, looking for space. A lot of speed and strength on this Lynden team. Mostly juniors, but some senior leadership as well. Only, I think, one freshman on the roster tonight, or two. Looks like two freshmen on the roster tonight.
Cameron Kerr and Claire Schnabel.
Oh, I was talking about Lynden. But yeah, we got,
okay, sorry.
we got Cameron Kerr and Claire Schnabel, our only Seahawks, only two freshmen. Disminowitz with a foot race here with Jenna Smith. And Disminowitz just too strong, gets in front of her here. Puts the ball at field. Well recovered, though, by Adia Newcomb, also a freshman. Disminowitz just playing like two players as usual.
Very, very strong defense on her part.
Yeah, I can't imagine she'll be left out of the first team all-conference conversation. I just think her performances this year have been so dominant. And the reason why the Seahawks stay in a couple of games where they're maybe punching a little above their weight, this is definitely one of those games. But if they get a result tonight, it will be partially because of their sophomore number 20.
Yeah, she has just great fundamentals. She's very fast. She's got great footwork. She knows where to be, when to be, who to mark. Just an all-around very great player. I could say that she could probably play any position very well. I think she just understands soccer.
And she plays her club ball with Nike Rush, I believe, down in Seattle. So
Very
definitely
good
has
club.
has her
has her practice time.
her
yeah.
skill built up in some pretty high levels of the game.
Another very dangerous Lynden free kick. Crowding the top of the box here.
Ball to the 6 and comes off the knee there, it looked like, of one of the big center backs for Lynden. And Lynden, traditionally not as much of a soccer powerhouse as maybe the Seahomes and Bellinghams and Squalicums of the league, but this year this looks like, you know, you can kind of see why this team is a dominant team. They have a lot of size and strength and speed.
They have
Kind of an intimidating team, for sure.
They have a lot of speed up front, and they have a lot of just size in the midfield. They can win balls in the center, send them up, and just let their forwards run them down. We've seen a lot of just one-on-one breakaways from them already, and they clear it, and they let them run.
McClendon puts the ball back into her defense. Tricky ball. And Cam Kerr will force a throw-in off of Mercy Berkmeyer, number 19 in the Lynden backline. Oliver heads it to herself. That's a really nice little play. Gets shoved off the ball there. Good strength. Good cover by Oliver, or by Chambers rather. She'll pick it up. Lynden struggling to get the ball under control here. Look at that ball went out. And they're going to say it didn't quite come out. Off of Chambers. Flick on, out of bounds. And the wind has pretty much died down. It's just a little sprinkle here. Not the worst weather for soccer at this point, Mason, but
Yeah.
both teams looking like they've come to play. Anacortes definitely not getting hit as hard as oh, here comes a tricky ball into the middle. It's Maddie Nolte, number 9 for the Lynden Lions up top. Phi Pung Po just too fast for her though. And that's something the Seahawks really have in abundance in the back is speed. I think Chambers, Disminowitz, Pung Po, and Lamphere all have the speed to recover if they get a ball in over their heads, which has really suited them well so far.
It's definitely been a savior in a couple of these plays here. where they'll lose a ball at the midfield, and our center backs are just as fast, or these quick, small little forwards that can go chase them down, especially on those edges. So
And one player who has scored plenty of goals for the Hawks that I did not see in the starting lineup tonight. Oh, the ball is going to be bouncing around. Newcomb here, the freshman. Carter
Dangerous
knocked
ball.
off the ball. Chambers will clear. Kerr's going to try and chase this down, the freshman. Cam Kerr. Ooh, gets called for a handball there. That's a little harsh. It came up right into her, kind of her waist there, but referee's going to say she handled it.
looks like we have a sub in for Lynden. Number 17, Adriana McClendon leaving for...
Freshman coming off, and once we see a number, we'll give you a read on the
What position did she play?
ball into the box. Ooh, tough one there. Ball bounces kindly to the Lynden attacker, and it's put away.
Yeah,
That is just a really unfortunate bounce for the Hawks, something that you have to give number 13, Ruby Vanderhoek, with that, put that ball in. You got to give her credit for putting the ball in a dangerous position, but just really unfortunate there. It's like Caitlin DeCoster with that goal, number 4.
that seems to be Linden's attacking strategy, is just put a deep ball in the center and just pack with bodies and hope for a good bounce, and they finally got one, and that led to a goal.
That's unfortunate for the Hawks.
Hopefully that goal will fire up the Hawks to just be a little bit more aggressive, especially on that midfield side, to win some balls and not let them kick it so deep.
You can see Coach Gretchen Hansen there in the hood there, pretty animated on the sideline, shouting instructions, telling the Hawks to get forward in numbers. Sminowitz, 21,
Good cut back
Showing
into
her
the center.
feet. Here comes Oliver. Reverses field. Oliver a little heavy on the touch. The Coster here, the goal scorer, using her strength to get around Chambers.
And they'll let it go out for Seahawks there.
One player noticeably absent from the Hawks' attacking portfolio tonight is freshman Emma Foley, who scored, I think, 4 goals this year. The freshman, who I didn't see her on the starting lineups. Ooh.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but looking at the Seahawks roster, they seem to have a lot of young talent. You talked about defensive player Samantha Disminowitz being a 10th grader, and Abby Schnabel, one of their great forwards, being an 11th grader. Cameron Kerr being a 9th grader. So I think this team has a really bright future.
Here's Brielle Mollendijk. Just came into the game. Sminowitz will try and find Hilton. She's got a little space up over the top, and then she'll reverse field. Hit right at Carr, though. That's a hard ball to possess. Pung Po, good little move out of her feet. But a tough ball to possess for McKenna. And something, this is my 4th broadcast this year, something I haven't seen a lot of, and I saw a little bit in the first couple of minutes of this game, is when the midfielders get the ball, a couple of passes on the ground, it seems to go up into the air a little bit too soon for the Hawks, which usually it shows a little bit of lack of confidence, you might say. So I think I really want to see a more confident second half from the Hawks, if they can, or end of the first half here, if they can just kind of keep the ball on the ground. I think they'll find some more space than they think they.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of first and second passes just go straight back to the defense, and then they just send it up and hope for the best. And unfortunately, with this just very physical midfield from Lynden, that means a lot of lost balls.
You see there just Disminowitz again with a ball in the air that maybe didn't need to be in the air, just out of reach of Aaron Kennedy on the sideline.
I think, unfortunately, the Hawks are trying to mimic a little bit of Linden's play here, but don't quite have the practice with the style. So hopefully they can get kind of re-centered for the second half and kind of maybe a talk with their head coach will.
Well, you see, Lynden is playing really deep here with some of those defenders in the back, and it really isn't a lot of space for the Hawks to go long over the top. Here's Oliver looking forward. Kennedy.
They even have one defender sitting maybe 10, 15 feet behind the rest.
Ruby Vanderhoek playing kind of a sweeper system. They know that Cameron Kerr has some speed over the top, and they're not going to let her have any one-on-one opportunities. And
good chase.
This broadcaster is kind of reminded of the Meridian game. It was a really, really frustrating 0-0 draw in which Seahawks really didn't get much on goal. And it was because Meridian, I think, had Seahawks a little bit figured out with the long ball. They played really, really deep in defense, and the Hawks really didn't get anything going. And, kind of a similar tone to this game so far for the Hawks. So something for Gretchen Hansen to work out on the drawing board at halftime.
Yeah, Lynden seems to be a very midfield-centered team, and I think the Hawks are learning that they can't quite keep up with the physicality and kind of the passing of the Lynden midfield, and so they're just kind of panicking and sending it up. I'd like to see them kind of challenge more balls, maybe do a couple quick passes on the ground before they do that, maybe get Cameron Kerr in a better spot. As Lynden does have a sweeper, she doesn't really need to worry about offsides as much. So if they can send her up a little bit more and get some better positioning before they send that deep ball, maybe they'll find more success.
It's like Digweed. Alyssa Digweed has checked into the game here. She overlaps. Great run there. Didn't quite
get the
execution
pace on
from
that
Chambers.
pass, yeah.
Captain Ellie Chambers with the throw in. She'll look ahead to Hilton. Digweed. Carter battling in the midfield. She gets past Kaylee Alons for the Lions. Oliver will look for a through ball. Here's Digweed.
Just a little bit too outside for that through ball, but we saw that same kind of play again where they did one pass in the midfield, gave it to a defender and send a through ball, but they had a little bit better positioning this time, and it looked like the ball had some danger to it. So hopefully the Hawks can get a couple passes in, or if they don't, at least get some better positioning out of it.
You can see the assistant referee's flag there whipping a little bit to the north. It's wind has picked up here, and that through ball definitely got
especially with this wet turf. They just slide forever. So if you have kind of a low and fast ball, it's just never going to stop. So sending long, deep balls like that, if you don't quite have the height for them, then there's not much hope for it.
Chambers will look to get the ball up, and
bit of a header battle there.
You see Mercy Berkheimer, number 19 there for Lynden, playing kind of a central midfield role, just really tall and strong. Tough to get around her. Gonna have to go on the, again, Seahawks' only way through is gonna be on the ground. You're not gonna be able to go over the top of her. Hung Po losing out here. Here comes Jenna Smith, number 3. She'll try and find someone in the box. And there's Disminowitz for the clearance.
Good eye there by Disminowitz to see that they weren't quite going for the cross, they were going for the pass across. So she slowed down and cut back and really stopped that ball before it got into any real danger zone. So
that's a very
good eye on her part.
Good veteran play there. She knew where that ball was coming, like you said.
I would
the wind kind of a little bit variable here. It's like it's whipping a little bit at one moment and then slack the next.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Hawks there actually go short to one of their defenders on that set play. They just couldn't win that ball in the midfield being so long and deep, and now they're getting counterattacked on. So hopefully in this halftime, Coach Gretchen Hansen can kind of help them switch up their strategy and not just send it right into the midfield of Lynden. But luckily, the defense of the Hawks is really, really strong. That one goal being an unfortunate bounce.
Oh, not very convincing with that clearance. Maybe he should have gone for the head. Hit her shoulder. Kennedy clears. Fiona Cronte. Krunche.
Crunchy?
I need a Dutch linguist in here for those. Assumingly the sister of the goal scorer, Emma Krunche.
Crunchy.
Should we just say crunchy?
Crunchy.
We're going to say crunchy. Just
Crunchy.
sounds more fun. We're going to Americanize this Dutch name.
Oh yeah, Fiona and Emma Crunchy.
We may well be right, honestly.
Maybe.
Good play there by Jenna Oliver, having a strong game in that midfield so far. Cameron Kerr puts her body in the way, loses out on the ball, but good defensive play there. Getting more involved in the play this game. Cameron Kerr not isolating herself as that lone forward.
Yeah, Cameron Kerr is surrounded by 3 or 4 defenders at all times, waiting for those long balls. So it's good that she stepped up a little bit to go get those.
You saw there just Cameron Kerr not even on her not even on Lynden's side of the field, and still getting a good pop from the shoulder from the defender. They don't want her anywhere near the ball.
Yeah, and you see number 13, Ruber Vanderhoek, just playing just a sweeper role. She's 15, 20 feet behind her fellow defenders sometimes, so I really see no options on the long ball here for Cameron Kerr. So
here comes Lynden with a little smash and grab attack. DeCoster with the left foot right into Schnabel's hands. And it's definitely, you said, it's not a pretty way of attacking inside the way Lynden does it, but definitely has some effectiveness to it. And
it seems to just be trial and error. They know they have the midfield pressure, so they're just going to keep trying until they get that lucky bounce like they did 10, 15 minutes ago and try to get another goal.
That's a veteran play there by Cameron Kerr, definitely showing the referee that she was being held up, and she wins a free kick rather here. About 50 yards out, it's going to be Disminowitz.
It seems like they're going to go deep again. Lynden holding them at about the 17-yard line.
Again, another good chance for the Hawks to get a ball bouncing their right way. Ball's through.
Yeah.
Digweed's not going to be able to catch up, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Lynden Lions, though. It'll be a chance for the Hawks to corral those white shirts in their own end.
With this wet turf, said it over and over again, if you let that bounce without any control, it is just going to go flying. So once that bounced, there was really no hope of getting that.
Hawks running out of time here in this first half. 20 seconds until the 2-minute clock freezes, and we get just the referee's discretion. Lily Carter with good physical play in the midfield. Chambers off target. That pass.
But still a Lynden free throw, so if Hawks can control this, they have a really good position to kind of send Cameron Kerr running. Hopefully get an attacking play going.
A lot of pressure there. Emma Cronte, the goal scorer, heading off Carter, but still struggling with
physical.
Chambers. Cronte will go to Kaylee Alanis.
Comes Jenna Smith, really, really fast, but
Aaron Kennedy will go central. Lily Carter will pick it up, and just a kind of a dangerous spot. The Hawks trying to pass it around. You like the idea, but maybe in a spot with a little bit more space. Caden Slamfier in a struggle.
Hawks just kept
Lynden
away.
midfield. And all things considered, 1-0 at halftime, not the end of the world for the Hawks. They're definitely still in this.
With the amount of pressure that Lynden's putting up, I'm very happy with the defensive performance here from the Hawks. That unfortunate bounce on that long ball led to the first goal, but it seems to be they're holding strong, especially on those edge plays where they switch up the field and they let Jenna Smith or one of their other wing attackers go running for it. Hawks seem to be very adept at controlling and chasing down those balls.
Spinowitz will go long. Abby Hilton beat into that ball. Spinowitz.
Good control.
For space. Crunchy, sorry. We decided on Crunchy. Gives away a throw. Just maybe a minute or less for the Hawks to attack one last time here. Carter will do a little dummy.
I don't know if that was quite intentional. It looked to be a block in the back on Lynden's side that led her to miss the ball.
A A lot of locking of arms there. Lily Carter giving no quarter.
And here's another deep ball.
Jenna Smith will try and beat Cadence Lamphere. Nothing doing. Bussart will go back to Smith. Jenna Smith will go across. Disminowitz will clear. The referee has seen enough of the first half, and we will pause for a little bit. But Mason, what did you think of that first half?
I think it, again, very solid defensive performance here from the Hawks, but I would like to see, once they get control of that ball on the defensive side, I'd like to see some more movement into the midfield instead of just kicking it long. Because with this Lynden midfield and defense being so big and so pushed up, it seems to be they're just losing the ball as soon as they get it back, and that just leads to more and more offensive pressure.
No doubt. Who do you think your player of this first half of the Hawks, who stood out to you so far?
Oh, definitely Samantha Disminowitz. She's so good as a center back. She knows when to move to the edge, chase down the ball, and we've seen her actually come up and dribble a little bit and make some of those passing plays I've been wanting. So she seems to definitely have the mindset and the ability to really make some kind of defensive midfield flow going on. So I'd like to see the team kind of work around her a little bit more, maybe pass it around on the defensive side and let her work with it. But just great stoppage and defense on her side.
Definitely been impressed in the midfield. I think Lily Carter, number 6, definitely, to use the phrase, a little too violent, punching above her weight.
Yes.
Definitely using all of her strength to keep that midfield from being overwhelmed with Lions. But we're going to take a little break here at halftime. We'll be back with a little bit of analysis. It's 1-0 Lynden Lions over AHS girls here on stark and stormy night at Rice Field. We'll be back. Don't go away.
The Action Club is a Kiwanis club for adults with disabilities. Every second Saturday of every month, you can head to the Port of Anacortes web lockers at Seafarers Way and Q Avenue. Once there, you can recycle your computers, monitors, laptops, tablets, Kindles, portable DVD players, e-readers, and televisions. The money we collect during the e-cycle is used in several ways to benefit community service projects.
Thank you.
Consider volunteering for Kiwanis today. Drop by the Kiwanis building and just ask for an application.
Go a few blocks into Old Town Anacortes and you'll find Dad's Diner. With breakfast and lunch served all day, you'll definitely find the perfect meal. All of their food is prepared fresh each day, from the delicious house salad with salmon to the savory BLT. Dad's Diner, open Tuesday through Sunday, is located on Commercial between 9th and 10th Street. Come on down and grab a bite.
One large hot and ready classic, please.
That'll be $5.
I left my wallet in the car.
$4.75.
Thank you.
Everyone's got 20 quarters for a large hot and ready classic. Little Caesars, world's easiest way to pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome to the Rockfish Grill.
The Rockfish Grill specializes in fresh Northwest food, including seafood and pizza prepared in their wood-fired oven. They proudly pour Anacortes ales and lagers, brewed right next door at the Anacortes Brewery. The Rockfish Grill and their companion business, H2O, feature live entertainment every week with local and national acts. The Rockfish Grill, Anacortes Brewery, and H2O, 4th and Commercial in downtown Anacortes.
Kennelly Keys Music in Anacortes is your one-stop shop for all your musical needs. As a full-service music retailer, Kennelly Keys offers everything from sales and rentals to music lessons and repairs. Whatever you need, Kennelly Keys Music has you covered. Visit our website at KennellyKeysMusic.com, Follow us on Facebook or stop by the store and speak with our knowledgeable staff. And make sure to check out our new music hall, Canela Keys Music, located at 1904 Commercial Avenue in Anacortes.
Behind every great Anacortes club and team, there's an unspoken hero. People that get us our team gear, organize our team dinners, and support us in everything else we need. From every student athlete in AHS, thank you, Saba, for the football team's two-a-day shirts, the volleyball team's warm-up gear, and everything else in between. Saba, the Seahawk Athletic Booster Association.
Live from Seahawks Stadium at Anacortes High School in Anacortes, Washington, this is Seahawks Soccer on AHS Live.
And we are back at Rice Field here at halftime. I'm Otto Sortune. I'm joined in the booth by Mason Baki. We had our first half there. Mason doing an excellent job so far. First time in the booth. Excellent job. We were talking a little bit about at halftime, just kind of about what the Hawks need to do to get that breakthrough. There's a few different kind of parts of the game they need to break through in order to kind of get a goal threat. What are kind of the highlights kind of we talked about?
We talked a lot about short passing. It's all about just not letting, just don't panic and just send a deep ball. We'd like to see a lot more passes down the end, maybe a combination play between Mega McKenna and Ellie Chambers, and just so that we can get some more flow from the midfield into the attacking side, so we don't just give Cameron Kerr a run, we actually get some nice shots or some crosses, so we don't just play ping pong soccer the whole night. So
yeah, definitely saw Lynden playing an interesting strategy with that sweeper. It's not something you see in soccer a lot in modern times, but definitely Linden's creating multiple lines of depth in the defense, making it really hard for any kind of through ball to be effective. How do the Hawks get around that tactic that Linden's deploying?
Oh, well, Lynden seems very adept at the long ball, both on the attacking and the defending side. So I think the Hawks really just need to stray away from that as a strategy. The midfield really needs to step it up, not only as an offensive tool, like flowing from the defense, but they really need to step back and give their defenders just some breathing room. I'd like to see some quick short passes, maybe then leading into a through ball where we have some better positioning farther up the field, so that maybe we can get something going on the attacking side.
Definitely maybe a bit of a size mismatch between these two teams. You see,
a little bit.
the Seahawks are definitely the younger and kind of younger and nimbler kind of a team. Lynden definitely going kind of a power, but Seahawks most plays just really really showing their physicality in this game. You really have to like that from a coaching standpoint. How do they make that how do they make it count a little more?
I'm really impressed with kind of the step up in physicality, especially in those last 20 minutes of the first half. But to hammer it home again, when you have a size mismatch like this, you cannot go for those high long balls because you're going to lose headers, you're going to lose control, you're going to lose possession every single time. So I think you need to take advantage of kind of your players' willingness to get physical and speed and do some quick short passes and really move it up to, again, make some more attack of opportunities.
So key players for me in that first half, Lily Carter, number 6 for the Hawks in that center midfield, just really kind of the epitome of the Hawks kind of fight in that first half, really showing her strength. And then Erin Kennedy playing high on the left side has had a couple of really good kind of touches coming into the middle of the field. Just really a intelligent, showing a lot of intelligence as a freshman. Who did you have in kind of that key player department in the first half?
I talked about Samantha Disminowitz, but I'd also like to shout out Phi. I don't know her last name, but Pung Po. Just a great defending duo there. Both very quick, very skillful, and while they may be on the younger side, they definitely showed their kind of soccer experience, like not getting too pushed forward, knowing when to pass a little bit more, and they definitely are looking for more of those shorter passes. So I think they were doing a really great job that first half.
that defensive partnership really key. That's why it was really a blow for the Hawks to lose Ellie Kephart in the front of that, just to have more, because she was definitely kind of their
linchpin.
Their linchpin in the front, and they really are kind of missing that. Cameron Kerr, though, definitely up to the task tonight. Let's see if she can break through and get some shots on goal for Hawks. Hawks with 0 shots on goal as far as our stat sheet.
Yes.
So something they will be looking to change in the second half.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will take another short break, and we will be back with some second half action for you. 1-0 Lynden in the first half. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
The Action Club is a Kiwanis club for adults with disabilities. Every second Saturday of every month, you can head to the Port of Anacortes web lockers at Seafarers Way and Q Avenue. Once there, you can recycle your computers, monitors, laptops, tablets, Kindles, portable DVD players, e-readers, and televisions. The money we collect during the e-cycle is used in several ways to benefit community service projects.
Thank you.
Consider volunteering for Kiwanis today. Drop by the Kiwanis building and just ask for an application.
Welcome back to Rice Field. I'm Otto Sortune.
And I'm Mason Pocky.
We have second half action coming at you here in a few seconds. Referees
looking
a little
looking
bit sodden.
yeah,
for the
looking
first
a little
half.
wet. Yeah. Major respect to the referees here.
Definitely a lot of work to do for the referee in that first half. It was a
running around,
physical play, and a lot of running to do. And ARs too, definitely with a lot of work to do, keeping the eyes on the offside flag.
Yeah, refereeing is really an interesting job. It's a lot of responsibility, but a lot of pressure. No matter what call you make, someone's going to be mad. So, major.
You're saying you had some refereeing experience?
Oh yeah, I've been a referee since I was 12 years old, which is a little weird. Technically, that's not supposed to happen. You're not allowed to referee till you're 14. But refereeing being such a difficult job, they had some shortages. So I've been a referee for 4 years now. It's a really interesting job. You definitely get more heat, more pressure as you get a little older, especially on this high school side where you have parents and peers. But
it's definitely kind of the plumber of the soccer world. You will always find work if you're a referee.
Oh
they
yeah.
will always appreciate you.
You get paid very well.
Yeah. And Lynden will kick off here, putting a lot of numbers forward to begin the half. And already a shot coming in. Schnabel, excellent technique, getting down, smothering that shot from the top of the box.
Very, very good. Even though it wasn't a difficult save, it was really great technique there. I've seen a lot of times keepers will just bend over with their legs spread, and if it goes right through your hands, it goes right through your legs too, and then that's very embarrassing. So good on her to kind of practice proper form, proper technique, even on an easy save like that.
I'm a part-time goalkeeper, and those are the toughest sometimes. You lose focus. You're thinking about the next play, and those will sometimes sneak by, especially when it's wet out.
Goalkeeping.
Another thing. Hawks definitely looking to link up here. Kerr tries to find Oliver going through the midfield. Lynden will push up high again. Digweed starting the second half on the far right side, right winger role. Couldn't find anything inside. Lynden will press everyone into the Seahawks half, looking for that second goal to put this game. You'd think a second goal might put it out of reach.
Yeah.
Hawks will be looking to keep that from happening at all costs.
Hawks, unfortunately, really haven't had anything going on the offensive side. So if a second goal is scored, I I do worry for the fate of this game. So good on the Hawks for staying strong, but definitely a good strategy for Lynden here. Kind of early pressure. They know they have the Hawks on the back foot, so they're trying to take advantage of that and really put this one to bed.
And then more pressure. Here's Crunchy.
Crunchy with some crispy footwork there. Fortunately, gets sent out for a Seahawks. Oh no, wait.
Nothing crispy about her running style. She's definitely probably looking to see her on the track this in the spring. Definitely has that 400-meter runner style.
Oh yeah.
Really hard to keep up. She will take this corner just out of your screen on the near side. Lynden again doing that bunch.
Oh yeah.
Strategy.
Crowd the top of the box,
Crunchy
one person.
going near post. And a dummy.
Send
back to Crunchy.
Ooh, another corner kick goes off the front of one of the Seahawks.
Kennedy here on this near side. Good brave play getting in the way of that. That was a designed set piece by Crunchy, number 15.
Yeah, we see Lynden here just kind of pack the top of the box, and then they have one player over by the goalkeeper to really mess with her and throw her off a little bit. So
put that into the middle. That's a really dangerous ball. Schnabel will punch.
Great
and
punch
gotta
away.
be a foul. Referee has spotted it. Really good, brave play by Claire Schnabel there. Goes for the two-handed punch. Gets one right in the kidneys for her trouble. But
yeah.
She wins the foul.
Very dangerous high ball. So very good on her to really take the initiative and punch that one out. Most that one would have definitely been an issue for the Hawks.
And it looks like Tessa Balding back into that midfield. She's going to play alongside Lily Carter in that central midfield role. Jenna Oliver also in that midfield. Kennedy pressuring. Crunchy will go wide. Looks like Jenna Smith's offside. Referee caught her that time.
That Seahawks with the high line, they're definitely trying to bait out kind of those long balls. Lynden's been doing a good job so far of kind of waiting, keeping their players back for the run, but got caught out this time. That's an offside.
Here's Sammy Desminowitz put this ball. And you love to see that. Nice on the ground there.
Much, much better. Unfortunately, they lose possession in the midfield, but promising play there by the Hawks, keeping that one on the ground.
Lily Carter
fighting for it. Oh my goodness.
All of her strength, and she wins the foul.
Nice.
And that's just excellent play by Lily Carter, using everything she's got to win possession back for the Hawks. Lynden fans aren't happy with that one, but gotta give credit to number 6 for the Hawks. This one followed up for Kennedy. She's gonna chase.
Again, another deep ball, and sweeper keeps Cameron.
This is dangerous here. Goalkeeper Hershey
with some moves. It seemed like the wet turf really mixed up the Anacortes attacker there with a little bit of a slip.
Kaylee Hershey there playing with fire.
Quick feet. With
Sminowitz puts a move on.
Anacortes showing off a little bit of their footwork.
And you love to see this. Playing out of the back, a little more confident.
1-2.
Exactly what they need. Ball goes far. Here's Digweed.
This
Cameron Kerr, she's through.
Oh!
Just goes wide.
Just wide.
Oh, that is
almost so unfortunate. But
ball goes off a Lynden foot. It's a corner kick for the Hawks. That was
great play. Exactly what we talked about. A few quick passes in the midfield, get better position, then send in a through ball. You can make the deep ball work. Oh, it looks like we have a replay here.
Oh, and
the goalkeeper comes up.
Kaylee Hershey coming off the cutoff.
Barely. I think the goalkeeper just barely got a foot on it. Sends it a little bit off target. That's unfortunate.
That caught Lynden off guard. You love to see that, Seahawks fan. Balls into the box, just past Digweed. Into the box again. Here's Chambers. Cameron Kerr goes up for it.
There's another
Erin
one.
Kennedy knocks it down. Kennedy's shot over the bar.
Good goal.
Oh, and that's just one of those attacks the Seahawks are going to think about.
Yeah, it's just very, very unfortunate there, but promising. We finally get some shots on goal on the Hawk side. We get some quick passes in. good set plays, good control. I'm definitely liking the second half offense from the Hawks here a lot better.
Kennedy can't control that, but Hawks staying tight on defense. Here's Haley Bessart. Big throw. Lamphere kept in by Kennedy. Well done. That's off White.
Seahawks
throw here on the near side. Lynden will try and bring it down.
Crunchy. Some fancy footwork here and a pass back to the defense. Lynden looking to switch the field here. Ooh, good cut across.
Digweed.
Oh, she's off. Oh, no, she's not because there's a sweeper.
Cameron Kerr.
Thought she was offsides there for a second.
Just runs out of room.
You're right. You really don't see kind of a sweeper defense in most modern soccer formations, but this one seems to be working out for Lynden.
Definitely, it's kind of interesting why you don't see a sweeper more often. It kind of takes a defender kind of out of the attack maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
It definitely isolates that defender, and they're not really involved in the rest of the play. But I guess Lynden not thinking they need an extra defender involved in the attack.
They seem to have really good flow in the midfield, and they understand that, so they don't really need a defender to really step up and support them as much. So they know they can let one hang back and to cover all the breakaways and the through balls. So.
And like you said in the first half, Cameron Kerr showing her speed on that chance, and not something to take lightly if you're a Lynden defender. That's a Balding holding off a defender. Chambers back into the middle, kind of a dangerous ball. And referee is going to play advantage and then call it back for a foul. Lynden with a free kick here from about 25 yards out.
Very, very dangerous here, just outside of the box.
Out. Taking it back. Yeah, about 25 yards from goal here. This is a dangerous chance for Emmy Crunchy.
See if she can.
She has a left foot lined up for this one here. Gonna curve. There's a shot.
They go for the ball in, and for Schnabel.
Easy pickings for Schnabel.
Great save. Yeah, you see as this game goes on and kind of both teams getting a little frustrated with the lack of chances here. Seems to be getting a little bit more and more physical as we go. And with this wet turf, I worry for more injuries. Hopefully that won't happen, but it seems like both teams getting pretty fired up here as the game goes deeper into its second half.
Definitely the Seahawks, they've had their share of injuries so far this year. Ava Kephart and her sister Ellie, definitely two players that would have been instrumental for the Hawks. Both of them now on the sidelines this year, so the Hawks lineup definitely can't really afford to absorb any more losses. Digweed surrounded at right wing, gives up a throw. Big throw by Bessart there. She's going to find Crunchy going forward. Emmy Crunchy, number 15, at the heart of every Lion attack in this phase of play. Chambers with a good clearance. And we were talking about a little bit at halftime. The playoff picture is getting a little interesting for the Hawks. They definitely suffered a really big blow on Tuesday against Lakewood. Oh, here's a dangerous chance. Carter trying to take the ball across the box. Bessart will go backwards here. Here's Assis Boutar. Dangerous one to the front, near post.
Good
and Crunchy went for it. So did Schnabel. Schnabel beat her to it. Looks like the near side assistant referee called for a foul initially, but Schnabel doesn't need bailing out there at all. Lynden definitely a shoo-in for the playoffs. Only the one loss. They're tied with Seaholm at the top of the league standings. Anacortes, only 3 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. So they really need to win a couple of games here on the stretch. This would be a big ask to win this one, but if they have playoff ambitions, kind of got to get a point in this game. Maybe 1 goal out of it. And another dangerous ball across the box. Throw in for the Hawks.
I'm really struggling to think of more crunchy puns. I'm trying really hard here. Every time you're like, oh, Amy Crunchy's got the ball, I'm like, oh.
Well, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips.
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I wouldn't call her a ball hog, but she's definitely a flashy player.
Balling here on Varsity.
Oh, all that in a bag of chips. I just got it. Oh, my. How did I not? Oh, dang it.
I snuck that one in there for you.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that one.
McSwain will try and turn. Great tackle by Tessa Balding. Lily Carter, switch of play.
Another deep ball there, lost in the midfield, and
yeah, that's one ball you think I want Lily Carter to try and play on the ground there. It definitely has a couple of feet open as this ball runs out of play. Just another one of those passes you want to see
stay on the ground.
Stay on the ground.
Yeah, Lynden definitely has great midfield pressure, so it's understandable just kind of the panic, get it out, but I would like to see a little bit more poise, a little bit more calm on the Hawks side to really switch this into an attacking opportunity.
Cameron Kerr really has her hands full with Mercy Berkmeyer, number 19. Always got about 5 inches and about 30 pounds on her. Caitlin DeCoster here, left foot, across the box, goal kick. Caitlin DeCoster, number 4 for Lynden, showing her ability to play that left wing.
Yeah, let's see what the Hawks do with this here. I anticipate a deep ball into the center, but maybe we'll go for a short pass. And it looks like they will. Good for them.
You're definitely on same wavelength as Sammy Disminowitz. She goes forward. Big ball in the second ball. Ooh, a little push in the back there maybe from Melissa Diglead. Yeah, nothing giving.
Right ideas on these attacks. They get a good couple of passes in, and then they just throw it away.
Kerr goes central. Oliver with a acrobatic little pass. Carter can't catch up with it. Crunchy will go forward. Here's DeCoster.
Good through ball. Looks like a chase down by Samantha Disminowitz.
And that should be a goal kick. DeCoster didn't get her foot around that before it crossed the end line.
Good defense by the Hawks there. Chase it down. Really stop that dangerous through ball from really going anywhere. We saw Disminowitz kind of chase down the runner on the ball, but we also saw the other center back watching her pass just in case she did get to it. Either way, the Hawks had that totally covered.
Carter
Ooh,
going into that one
physical
hard.
Play, but
the referee keeps his whistle in his pocket.
No, that seemed to be a...
Pungpo stretches to get that ball out. Hawks throwing all of themselves at this game. And Lily Carter just asserting herself, putting her hips right into that tackle.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Yeah.
That's something you see in, that's something I have to say you see in the women's game that they do a little better. Guys tend to use a little more shoulder and elbow.
That's where you get called.
Girls soccer, you see a lot better use of the hips on tackles.
Yeah, the no call there on the referee I think was smart. I think both players neither really gained an advantage from that physical play, so there was no reason to stop it for either side, especially in the Seahawks defending third. Giving up a free kick like that would have been kind of a harsh penalty for such a neutral challenge. So I think that was a good no call on his part.
Definitely one the fans get a little bit riled up about, though, when you see players hitting the deck, but
oh yeah,
kind of part of the good physical game.
Yeah, the referee's a lot closer. He likes to call elbows and shoulders. Those are where you really get dangers, broken noses, things like that. Good save there.
Boutar there was putting pressure at Schnabel, again, with just impeccable technique as a freshman. She's been
getting low.
One of the players of the season for the Hawks so far.
Good control, but unfortunately couldn't get that second touch in, but won the ball back.
Kerr try to do a
good,
give and
good
go.
1-2.
Here's Cam Kerr trying to put Kennedy through.
Great ball.
Again, it's just
Just
too
a
much
little
physicality.
too far.
Kennedy giving all she's got there, but there's too much physicality by Haley Bassart, the winger there for Lynden, and kept Kennedy from getting to that ball.
But on the bright side, got some better positioning.
Great interchange there. Cameron Kerr at the center of that move.
Yeah, that was a fabulous 1-2 we had there in the center. And then it was a great through ball, but some physicality on the defense side from Lynden. Kind of kept that from going anywhere. Crunchy gets the ball stolen.
Chambers, good feet, finds Carter, finds Kennedy. Kennedy gets out of that challenge. Another challenge.
Great
Kennedy.
feet.
Try and look forward. There it is through.
Cameron Kerr chased it down. Unfortunately, the sweeper, the center backs just all there to pile on those long balls.
Vanderhoek just raining on the Seahawks parade
Yeah.
in that sweeper position. That's going to be really difficult to get her out of that central role.
Yeah, you see that long ball, and immediately three Lynden players were just on Cameron Kerr there, so really no hope for that ball. But very promising attack on the Seahawks side. We're starting to see some offensive pressure. Hopefully that will lead into some points here for the Seahawks.
Lynden will look to attack quickly here. Crunchy on the ball. Goes back to her center defender, Vanderhoek. Oliver will knock it away. Hilton forward. Megan McKenna. Try and get the ball up. And goes off a Lynden player and out. I have to say I'm really surprised by just how I expected Lynden to be a slicker passing team. They're definitely more of a smash and grab, long ball offense. They don't have a whole lot of a passing game.
They know they have the physical prowess, the speed on the front side, and their kind of just size and power in the midfield to just kind of slam those through. But
Anacortes definitely set up well to keep their speed from being an issue.
Yeah.
With Pungpo and Dismino, it's probably just as fast, if not faster, than any of those Lynden attackers.
Yeah,
But
and we see Lily Carter just pulling her weight and then some on the physicality side in the midfield, really holding them off, especially in the second half. So you're seeing much more Anacortes possession. It's great on them. And you also see Lynden, they have a defense set up for long balls as well with that sweeper defender. So it seems to be just a very
it's a part of the Lynden mentality, I guess.
yeah,
It's,
just kick along, hope for the best. And they expect other teams to do the same, and it seems to be working for them with the 8-1 record. So
10-1, I think. Yeah, they won.
10-1?
They were 10-0 going into that game against Burlington on Tuesday. Burlington pulling off the big upset, 2-1 at Lynden.
Wow.
Got to be the result of the season so far.
What's Burlington's record?
Burlington has, I think, 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw.
So a decent team, but still 10-0. Yeah, huge upset.
And here comes Lynden. DeCoster getting her on the back. She's going to catch up to this one. She will. Disminowitz at that near post again. And she will clear the danger. Disminowitz putting in another first-team all-conference performance here on the league co-leaders. Right place, right time.
Got a little watching pod there. I don't know what that is, but seemed to be
the little trainer's booth.
No idea. It seemed to be just a little tent with saran wrap on it, but seemed to be effective of keeping out the rain.
Big tackle there by Jenna Oliver. Looks like
Ball went into
yeah.
leg. And
looks like Adriana McClendon is still down for the Lynden Lions. She
that's
really
real
feeling that
unfortunate.
tackle.
And the referee calls it, stops play.
Jenna Oliver put all of her foot into that. Got the ball, but looks like just the reverb
Yeah, you
off
can
of that
you
attack.
can get some really bad hyperextended ankles, knees. Even though you're kicking a rubber ball, it can really put some strain on you. So
We're going to a replay really quick.
Assis Boutar, check it there, number 21.
Gonna see a replay of what happened. Just
see
a
there.
big, oh, it looked like the
Ah.
ball just slipped out before her ankle just got taken out. Oh,
You can see Oliver with the ball, but just, Butara's ankle just in a weird spot.
there's no
Hopefully-
foul there. It's just unfortunate. Just that all of the force of her leg just collided together. Fortunately, she's
kind of in the
okay.
process of falling there too, so it's just
Yeah.
kind of off balance. That's a tough. We wish her the best. Hopefully she's
Supporting her own weight, that's good. Limited limping, that's a good sign. You hate to see ankle and knee injuries because those can not only be season or soccer ending, but can be lifelong challenges if you get something really bad.
I can attest.
Yeah.
Definitely having some knee problems chasing me into my 30s.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I actually had foot surgery a couple years ago just because of a play just like that.
It's
collided with another player and the tendon on the inside of my foot snapped. So
just a kind of a
Unfortunate.
occupational hazard.
Yeah.
Just the lower part of your body just gets beat up the longer you play. But
yeah, soccer's not the most contact sport compared to something like American football, but you really worry for plays like that. Hopefully it's nothing
contacting
too
a different
serious.
part of the body. Oh, good little
Step back there by
Cadence Lanphier. Abby Hilton. Catch up to that. And the Hawks, I think maybe will hopefully not something you want to see, but there's a good little stoppage in play. They'll probably take a little bit of a breather. It's probably a good thing for them in the end.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate reason, but it definitely gives the Hawks time to kind of recenter themselves defensively and kind of take a load off pressure-wise because Lynden is just pounding them here in this defensive third. So definitely a nice little breather for them, however unfortunate the reason.
And then back to goal, trying to find a way through. Again, there's not really a team that plays on the ground. They're more of a put the ball up in the air and see if they can get something out of it. And the Seahawks will pick it up here.
Yeah, good pickup there in the midfield and a long ball. Not long, but just a high ball into the midfield, and now it's just a header battle. Everyone's just fighting to get the ball back on the ground. Ooh.
Oliver with another big hit there.
Yeah,
on
that's
McClendon using her strength.
As these games go on and as they get more and more physical, it's just both teams getting a little frustrated, just swinging for the fences here, getting more and more physical. Hopefully no more injuries arise on either side.
You see Kaylee Hershey there, the goalkeeper for Lynden, keeping the ball as long as she could in the box without someone challenging. And I'm really surprised. Lynden definitely happy with the 1-0 score. They're definitely not pressing super hard for a second goal.
Yeah, it seems to be they're putting their sweeper even farther back, looking about like a 20-yard difference between their sweeper and their other center backs.
Yeah,
so
I really haven't seen anything like that in high school girls soccer in a while.
Seems to be that Lynden's swapped away from their kind of aggressive opener to the second half and is going more defensively, kind of realizing they have Anacortes on the back foot and kind of taking it a little slow. Even if they might relieve some pressure on the Anacortes side, they're kind of
taking no chances.
Yeah, battening down the hatches here and playing the long game.
14 and a half minutes left. McClendon with a really big header there, freshman.
Ooh, big
Puts
hit,
a
but
little hit on Oliver.
Referee plays advantage there.
Lanphier getting in, and she wins a foul there. And it's you see some jawing there between white and black shirts, and this game has got a little spice to it.
Like I said, as the game goes on and on, people get more and more frustrated. Not only are people getting physical, but people might have some choice words for their opponents, and that just makes everything a little bit turned up.
Something I've never done in a game before, I can assure you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No,
yeah.
I've definitely gotten into my share of jawing matches with four players. Lynden was definitely a team that I didn't really have a lot of problems with. They were all good guys, at least.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
about the women, about the girls team, but
The only big standout for me would be the Cedro squad.
always a good scrap.
Oh, yeah. You can battle with those boys forever. They can take a beating.
I don't know if you'd ever seen the old Cedar Woolley. This is off topic, but old Cedar Woolley boys and girls soccer coach Gary Warman. We definitely went against each other a couple of times in the old jawing department. I was really happy Anacortes picked up a 2-1 win against Cedro this year.
Oh,
That
yeah.
account. Ooh, looks like another big challenge. Oliver's holding her face. And just a really physical play, another physical play in the midfield. I think it was Madison Canales, number 11, going up for that one. And Oliver really gets it in the face.
Yeah,
Wins
it
a
seemed-
free kick there for the Hawks, though. This could
in
be a
dangerous
really
position as well.
big shot here for Disminowitz. Is a full 45 yards away, but you almost
She's got a big leg on
you
her.
almost
so
kind of want to see what she can do here. If she can skip the ball a little bit. And
seems to just go for
yeah, that's not going to
a
trouble
little long.
goalkeeper Kelly Hershey. Against the wind a little bit, nonetheless. Maybe not the best ball.
Yeah, it seems the ref is starting to take more control of the match a little bit, kind of putting his foot down, understanding that these girls are starting to get a little annoyed with each other and not just the game, and kind of trying to put a stop to the unreasonable physicality before it gets a little bit too out of hand. So smart move by him.
Ooh, there's the ball through.
She's offside
there.
Good call.
A couple of Lynden fans disputing the call there, but
No one's
looked,
ever happy.
I don't think the Lynden attacker was going to catch up to it. That was
No.
Adia Newcomb, the freshman. Looks like Chanel was going to beat her to it anyway. Sminowitz going to try and beat that line. Doesn't get past Canales. Number 11. Carter will come back. Ooh, gets it in the face by Lanfear, who's trying to put it up into the midfield. Sminowitz with a good hip on the attacker there. Maddie Nolte on the end of that stiff challenge there.
Good cutback by Disminowitz there. Let's see if Anacortes tries to switch the field.
That's just a really, as an attacker, if you get skinned by a defender
Oh yeah,
like that,
that makes you even more angry. So
but
hopefully it doesn't.
That is Sammy Disminowitz right there.
Oh, yeah.
She's not going to get caught out by that.
She has great mental awareness as a defender. She knows when it's okay to kind of possess the ball for a little bit longer to get a better opportunity to clear.
Looks like Nolte will come off. It's going to be Hannah McSwain coming on for Lynden Lions, who's going to take that center midfield role in white. And let's take a look at the Hawks team right now, how they're lined up. Looks like Allison Cutter into that right back spot. Looks like Ellie Chambers will get some rest on the bench. Good play by Jen Oliver there. God, it has to be one of her better matches. Just physically, she's taken a lot of hits, but
for
she's given out just as many, and pretty much all legal. I don't think she's got called for any fouls.
I haven't seen a lot of calls like on the Anacortes squad. There's been a couple earlier in the match, but lately it's been all Lynden side on the fouls department. So good on Anacortes for keeping the physicality up, but also making it clean and not giving up any unwanted set pieces that can be really dangerous for this well-organized Lynden squad.
There's another dangerous play here. It's Brielle Mollendijk. It's going to put this into the mixer. Right on the penalty spot.
A header by Crunchy goes right out of bounds for an Anacortes goal kick.
And I think Anacortes is the smaller team. Sometimes in those 50-50 tackles, the bigger player will knock the smaller player down, and maybe the smaller player will get a little benefit of the doubt. But most of the fouls called on the Hawks, you have to say, have been just overly physical from Lynden. That's just kind of their MO, it seems like. They definitely don't hold back. Abby Schnabel in for the Hawks, sister of Claire Schnabel, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it seems like the Hawks are trying to push in more of their attackers here. Abby playing a mid-attacking forward here. So Anacortes maybe pushing up the attacking pressure to kind of get a last-minute goal here.
And
to
I
tie
think
it up.
with 8 minutes left,
You kind of have to.
Maybe with 5 minutes left, I think it doesn't really matter if you lose 2-0 at this point. You got to try and go
you
up.
got to
put
try
put some numbers up.
for a draw, maybe even a win if you get something going.
Got to risk a little bit at this point for the Hawks.
Yeah, a loss is a loss. The goal difference matters, but
Carter getting in and getting another win there. Lanphier battling. Wins the battle. Here comes Disminowitz.
possessing the ball, like I said, great calm in the
Disminowitz
backfield.
will go long. Here's McKenna. She's got room to chase. But that's
Comes
Emmy
Crunchy.
Crunchy on that far side. She's going to try and create some space. Vanderhoek. And Lynden playing out of the back for the first time. Ooh, they almost give it up there.
Bit of a misplay there by Lynden, but they just go back to their long balls, send it back into their powerful midfield and let them win it.
Carter again under pressure.
Going toe-to-toe with some of the bigger girls, though.
Schnabel helping out there. Carter will go wide. Kennedy going central. Aaron Kennedy picks the ball up on the left wing here. Kennedy beats her
Good
woman.
move.
Kennedy into the midfield or into the box.
Let's see if we have an Anacortes goal kick. No,
Almost
saved
a
by
corner
Lynden.
kick. Oh, that would have been a big win for the Hawks attackers there. Really great play by Kennedy, showing her speed, beating Bassart on this near side. See if Disminowitz can get up into the attack.
Man, I'm just consistently impressed by Disminowitz's ability to kind of
Kennedy
step up and
trying to win
make a
that.
good pass.
Looks like referee is going to give. That's going to be a throw in. Lynden.
Kennedy is not happy with that call, but
Lanphier is going to go centrally. Kerr is going to try and chase it down. Hershey.
Dangerous move, letting that one drop.
Ooh, and the referee giving a word to the Lynden defender there. She was putting a shoulder into Cameron Kerr, keeping her off of that ball. And
yeah, seems like Cameron Kerr got a bit of the short end of the stick here, positioning-wise, kind of sitting in the middle of three very powerful Lynden defenders. If any ball comes her way, she's immediately dogpiled. So
it's sometimes as a forward, it's your job to take all the pressure with you and create the space. That's definitely Kerr's role tonight.
Yeah.
Tough role for a freshman. It takes a lot of intelligence as a forward, but
she's handling it well.
Yeah, doing a good job. Oh, good ball into the middle to Coster.
Good
Schnabel up to the task again. She really has been. I give
Very
Schnabel
impressive.
like a 9 out of 10 for this game. She's
Very
been
impressive.
Pretty much impeccable technique, positioning.
Yep.
Even that goal that she gave up, nothing she could do about it.
No.
Professional goalkeeper, never going to get to that. So,
yeah,
big round of applause for Claire Schnabel in this
very
game.
good technique, making sure she's getting her full body in front of the ball. That punch out on the corner was absolutely impeccable. She knows when to come out of her box a little bit and challenge the attackers. Very, very good performance by her.
Increased difficulty with the wet pitch too. So yeah.
Of course, yeah. Balls can take some wacky bounces, especially on wet turf. So I think she understands that, and that's why she's getting so low and getting her entire chest in front of the ball, making sure nothing slips through.
Well, this second half has flown by compared to the first half. There are only 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this contest. 1-0 Lynden.
It's definitely been more back and forth with Anacortes kind of picking it up here in the second half. So I think that definitely helps the quality of the game and making time pass a little quicker.
Lynden trying to put a bow on it here. Still just the 1-goal lead. Hawks with a chance. Maybe if they send a couple of attackers forward, but
yeah, Lynden got a lucky drop on that long ball, so maybe Anacortes can maybe get some magic and tie it up here towards the end. So,
like we were saying though, you gotta in the halftime, you gotta get shots on goal if you want something to drop for you. You gotta get ball into a position where you can score.
You have to get out of these kind of tight defensive positions, kind of win balls in the midfield and send them up top where you can actually get some pressure on goal. Hopefully the Hawks can kind of in these last desperate moments get something going.
Carlos Melendez, the Lynden coach, will be just fine with the ball hanging around up here in the Seahawks half. Bassart goes short. Ball into the middle. And you see both Lynden players tracked by defenders there. Defensively, just a pretty stellar performance from the Hawks.
Yeah, rock solid, especially in the second half. Chasing down through balls. They're definitely winning more of kind of these high, like, heading battles, especially towards more the defensive side, less in the midfield.
Beautiful combination there from out of the back. McKenna can't quite catch up to that ball through, but you see Cutter, Oliver, and McKenna, little triangle there. That's what the Seahawks need to see more of. Oh, ball breaks. Schnabel off the line.
She knows what she's doing.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Hawks have to put everything they have going forward here if they want any chance of a point here.
We've seen just these flashes of brilliance from the Hawks on the attacking side. We just need to see kind of
Schnabel
continuations
to
of
Kerr.
those.
Kerr back to Carter. Carter draws the foul.
Very good.
And maybe a referee maybe could have played advantage, but Hawks definitely will take this. You gotta, I know, if you're coach Gretchen Hansen, you gotta be putting everybody up except maybe one defender here. You gotta give your forwards a chance.
I think you leave just Minowitz back here. She's got
Minowitz
the speed
forward.
to chase down some stuff, but I think you're right. Put everyone else up. We're under 2 minutes here. It's at the referee's discretion with some extra time, especially for that injury. So we probably have about 3 minutes or so left. So Hawks definitely need to be in desperation mode here to get something going on offense.
Like you said, a win's a win. 2-0 or 1-0 doesn't really matter for the Hawks at this point. They need points. They want to challenge for those playoff positions. Bassart will go forward. And here come the Lions looking for that last attack. Here's Crunchy.
Pass to
and
Jenna
Smith.
Smith with
Smith
a shot
will go
wide.
Maybe
It's a
one
goal
more
kick.
chance here for the Hawks. Just under 2 minutes left.
Hawks need to just send everyone out up. Just maybe get a quick goal kick pass to a defender to boot it up. Just hope for the best here.
You see Lynden with just so many lines of defense. Jenna
Jenna
Smith.
Smith.
Here she's clear on the side. Save!
Great
Schnabel.
save.
Gets down quick to her near post. Keeps it
Yeah.
1-0.
Low quick ball there. Great save there by Claire Schnabel. But now we have a very dangerous corner kick. Lynden approved. They're very good at these set plays. So
You see here, though, if the Hawks have a little bit of time, only Hannah McSwain back for the Lynden Lions at the halfway line. So if they can get the ball and get a counterattack going, they might have a chance. Ball into the middle. You gotta get the ball on the ground here. This shot.
some control and a run.
McSwain will put the ball high up into the air. Be a shoving going on there. Oh, this ball's gonna break
Very
here.
dangerous.
Ball across the middle. Knocked out.
Good clear. Good header to Abby Schnabel.
The intelligent header there by Erin Kennedy. Cadence Lanford putting her body
Abby
on the line.
Schnabel trying to push the Lynden player off the ball.
McSwain's gonna go
Hey, she's
through,
offside.
and Jenna
Good call.
Smith caught offside. Hawks need to get the ball going here.
Seems to be that Lynden's kind of stepping up their attacking pressure here in these last 2 minutes.
Referee's gonna maybe blow the whistle any second here. Hawks have to get forward. And Megan McKenna running for their lives. Ball goes out for a goal kick, and that might be it here at Rice Field. Just a Seahawks
Very
with just
unfortunate.
that one
They're-
chance
they're-
like
they're-
they're gonna be dreaming about tonight.
Oh yeah.
Or nightmaring maybe, but just a really defensively, such a good defensive performance for the Hawks. Really deserved a bit more, but when you don't score, it's really
Yeah.
hard to win games. It would be like a Vince Lombardiism there, but
Yeah.
Hawks maybe with another chance here.
But if you're Coach Gretchen Hansen, you have to be proud of your team here.
Breaks here for Addie and Newcomb. Working on Cadence Lamphere.
Cadence not giving an inch.
Into the corner. Smart play here. Burning clock. And corner kick for the Lions. That'll probably do it time-wise here.
I bet he'll give them one more chance, and if Hawks clear it, he'll call it.
Oh, Smirnowitz thought it was a goal kick. Give that to the wing.
Likely the final play of the game. We'll see if Anacortes can control and do a quick little counterattack.
Here's Crunchy. She's got some space to put the ball goalwards. Goes for that far post. Too strong. Referee looks at the watch.
Maybe with that kind of block of extra time due to that injury, we might have a little bit more time.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
We're definitely getting close.
And
there it is.
Referee blows for full time. 1-0 Lynden.
A frustrating loss.
Although that's one that you see Seahawk fans in the stands who have stayed for this one applauding the performance from some of those young Seahawk freshmen and sophomores, and
sure.
all around that's a really gutsy performance against a really strong Lynden team. Can't fault them for much in that game.
No, I think if you're the head coach Gretchen Hansen, you have to be proud of your team here. Even with some missed attacking opportunities, I think there was just such strong play on the defensive side. And while the midfield was a little shaky at the start, kind of just panic throwing up deep balls, I think they really got it together, especially towards the end. And I think the Hawks showed real promise, and I'm excited for future games.
Emma Crunchy, I think, number 15, probably I'd say player of the game. Maybe you have to say Ruby Vanderhoek, the sweeper. She gets the assist. Crunchy with the only goal of the game. Not much of a skill, just kind of an instinct goal, kind of ball dropped right to her feet in the box.
It was a great shot, though.
Yeah.
Far post.
No doubt. I think those two definitely the best on the white shirts tonight, the white and green. And Seahawks. I think I got to give it to their entire defensive line.
Yep.
I think I can't pick out a player that maybe did better than anyone else. I think everyone in that midfield and Seahawks defense played their hearts out in this game.
Yeah, I think Smirnowitz and Phi Pungpo really just played a great center back duo. They were just unstoppable. They chased down all the quick long balls. They fought for positioning. And especially Smirnowitz, she really controlled the ball and put some attacking sides in. So really strong play. And then Cadence on the outline, and Allison Cutter on the other side, doing just really good job keeping them in corners and stopping any big runs that they might have had. So I think just stellar defensive performance from the Hawks.
I gotta do the shout out to Lily Carter and Jenna Oliver as well.
Yeah.
They're gonna be taking ice baths tonight
For
after
sure.
some of those midfield.
Took some huge hits.
They were playing against players bigger and stronger in that midfield, but definitely not tougher. So again, all around just kind of a disappointing they couldn't capitalize on that one through ball. Cameron Kerr with a really good shot on goal. Goalkeeper came out and made a nice flick save, but you almost had the Giants. That was a close. It was almost a really amazing 1-1 draw. But
it's a disappointing game. Seahawks showed great promise, great poise, but
great plays here, and you see Schnabel on this
getting down
here, just
making sure that ball's not going anywhere.
Great feet by Erin Kennedy. Again, I'm gonna give another shout out to Erin Kennedy in this game too. She was probably the most articulate midfielder. She got the most in that midfield, I think, on the offensive side of the ball.
A lot of the promising attacks went through her passing wise. I think she had a really great performance there.
Again, most of these through balls from Lynden, which is their MO. You see Claire Schnabel coming out. She's just too smart for some of that attacking play. Great save down to her right side here.
Yeah, Claire Schnabel, just outstanding. I cannot believe she's a freshman. Shows just such great veteran instincts.
Something we've been saying this whole year, this whole freshman class for the Anacortes Seahawks.
Outstanding.
Emma Foley out for this game, really big blow for the Hawks. They really could have used her in this game. Cameron Kerr, Claire Schnabel, both of them are just playing at just a higher level than anyone expected them to in this game. Erin Kennedy also in that conversation as well. So yeah, huge amount of positives to look at in this game, to look forward to, and yeah, it's going to be maybe not playoffs this year. It looks like they're kind of maybe on the way out of the playoff picture, but with a young team, it's kind of a hard thing to ask for.
Very, very promising future here for the Hawks girls soccer team.
They're getting their traditional tunnel of
FUPA tunnel.
appreciation from the student body, including FUPA at the end of this game. They deserve everything in that respect. We're going to wrap things up here at Rice Field. Really appreciate you turning in to us on AHS Live, for watching on YouTube. And yeah, we will try and be back here for more soccer broadcasts. Mason, it was a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it's great being here.
We will no doubt be back for more Anacortes Seahawks girls soccer, if not this season, then the start of a very promising next season. So for everyone here at the AHS Live broadcast team, we will say good night. Your Anacortes Seahawks girls falling 1-0 with a gutsy performance against league leaders Lynden.
Yeah.
Have a good night.